How's it going today, guys? This is pretty much a redo of my maintenance and the maintenance tool and general tips for Kodi. What to do, what not to do. The first one was a little bit all over the place, so I just wanted to try at it again. First thing, don't want you guys doing is just unplugging your Fire Stick, of course. Put the Fire Stick to sleep before you actually unplug it, and if you got to move it to wherever you got to go. If you're actually logged into your Amazon account, go ahead and just hold the home button on your remote, and then it'll give you the option to put it to sleep. If you're not actually logged into the Amazon account and you're just using the Fire Stick for Kodi, you'll have to go to the actual settings, and then you'll have to scroll over to System, and then you can put it to sleep in that fashion. Another thing, I guess, the maintenance tool for clearing cache every once in a while. Files that pretty much build up, take up space. What I do want you to do is, when you do go to get on to Kodi, and every once in a while you want to do this here, you want to go to the maintenance tool. Should be installed. If you got it for me, I installed it for you. And then every once in a while you do want to, hold on real quick, let me move this so you can see it. Okay. You do want to go to general maintenance every once in a while. Might look a little bit different. Sometimes it'll be blocked and sometimes it'll be list, I guess. And things that you do want to do every once in a while, you want to clear the cache on here, and then you want to purge the packages every once in a while, just to try to keep it a little bit snappier. And I'll show you in a little bit how to actually, I would do that. It'll be a two-part deal. Do that, and then I'll show you a little later how to actually just do it from the actual Amazon settings. And then you'll just do it there as well. Do these together when you actually clear the cache. All right. So I wanted to talk about Genesis a little bit. So I've been reading up on the forums and whatnot, and I didn't really know this prior to this, but apparently from Genesis, this remote's a little laggy. I left my actual remote at my friend's house, and I'm using the app on the phone. That's why it's struggling a little bit. But apparently here you got some tools that you can utilize too. Okay. So for those of you that use Genesis a lot, every once in a while, or when you might think it's not really a cure-all, but it'll help. Go ahead and clear sources every once in a while, and then clear your cache as well there. Now, whenever you do this, just in general, if you're doing it just for Kodi in general, through the maintenance tool or through Genesis, I would definitely suggest going to the exit button and exiting. Depending on how much you do, if you're doing them both, you might even just reboot Kodi, like force close it and then relaunch it, you know. Another thing about Genesis that I recently discovered is it has all these settings here that you can actually kind of mess around with. I'm going to let you know how I have it set up. There are some things that I think it definitely helped with. So we're going to go into the settings here, and we got a couple tabs up top there you can see. We got playback, we got general, we got movies. We got a few here that I'll go through. So here we go. In general, I don't really think I changed much. I did put the source timeout to only 20 seconds. I think it was like on 40 seconds before. And then from there, we'll go up here and we'll scroll to the playback. I'm not sure if this was on 1080p already, but if it's not, you can go ahead and change that to 1080p. And let me see here. I did disable this here, hosters with whatever the heck that is, that word says, cap, whatever. I disabled that because that has to do with, like on ice film, sometimes you'll pick an actual something to watch, and it'll actually make you put in like one of those little crazy codes. that's for that, so you can just disable that. And I don't think I did anything as far as these two. And down here, I did put autoplay. This is pretty much, it should choose the pretty much the link that it feels is best, and it'll autoplay it instead of giving you a ton of links to choose from. That, you know, that's kind of handy every once in a while too. And then this, I think, is actually enabled force playback, SD playback. So this is, I believe, for autoplay. So like if you chose one, it's not working, and then you try to resume it, and then it'll force it to play I think a actual SD link. So if this isn't click to resume playback, go ahead and click that. I think it actually is. But we'll keep on scrolling over here. For movies, didn't really mess with anything here. TV, I don't believe I really messed with anything here either. Hosts, left that be. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I left all this stuff alone. Let me see here. A quick tip that I do want to give you. This is a general thing for Kodi. Sometimes you might get a link and you want to play this link. Let me get back into Genesis here, see if it'll work for me or if it's going to act up. So let's say we want to watch a TV show. So we'll just try to get a random one here. The most popular, we'll go to Doctor Who. Now with the auto playback, it should just play the best link. Like I said, it sees fit for you. And we're gonna try this here. A tip though, when you are picking your links, okay, let's see if it's gonna fire up for us or not. Sometimes it'll fire up automatically and sometimes it won't. You know, it'll just kind of, you'll have to push play because the stream doesn't actually start playing for you. So what I suggest is actually pausing it pretty quickly. Let's see if they're gonna play it. Okay, what I do suggest is pausing the actual stream, and then maybe give it like a minute or two. You'll see that there's a blue bar down here, and there's also a little gray bar usually that that also is ahead of the blue bar. That's the actual stream, and then your blue bar is pretty much like catching up to the, like if it caught up to that gray bar, it would pretty much buffer for you, and then you'd be stuck there with it buffering for a minute. So I would suggest on this and even on one channel, I would probably do this, just push you know, pause for a little bit and then play your video after, you know, maybe like 1 or 2 minutes. It's not really showing the gray bar right now, but I know that in one channel it does. So that's just a little tip for you guys. All right, let's see where we're at here. Talked about all the settings here. All right. So pretty much when you're done, if you do actually do you clear the cache through Genesis, I would definitely suggest exiting and at least exiting and then firing Kodi back up. Or if not, exiting and then force stopping it and then firing it back up. Pretty much, I think that's all I got for you today. The maintenance tool I wanted to go over, and then I wanted to go over the Genesis. I am looking into a couple options. I have an IPTV setup deal here that I have set up through Kodi, and I also have I haven't really been able to test it yet, but I'm testing actual paid option for Zeus as well. I might go ahead and do another video for that, giving you guys a little more info on that stuff if it pans out. If it really doesn't, then I won't bother with it. But anyway, hopefully this will help, and I'll see you guys later.